All
Okay.
right, welcome to Caregiving Cafe. We have a special guest today, Tiffany Fernandez from WayWiser. It is, well, I will let her tell you about this wonderful new resource that will be available to family caregivers in the Austin area and nationwide. So thank you Tiffany, for being here.
Thank you. Yes, everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining me today, or allowing me to join you guys. My name is Tiffany Fernandez, and I'm a co-founder of a company called WayWiser. We have created an app and a web app that allows for families to help care and protect for their loved ones utilizing technology. And so care coordination, care communication, we have a shared calendar, we have shared notes and lists, we have direct messaging, secure messaging, and then activity feeds. And we're building out a roadmap for the rest of the year that also includes financial protection. And so we started this, it's founded in Austin, Texas. So my grandmother, passed of dementia during COVID. Sorry, she had dementia for 10 years, Alzheimer's, dementia that turns into Alzheimer's. And then during COVID, she passed in a nursing home. And we just felt like there was got to be a better way for families to be able to connect, especially when families are in nursing homes, or be able to connect with the family members if they're not in the same place. And so we started creating an option for that. And it's a way for families. So Pete, you said sometimes your kids will take care. And so it's a way to connect all in one place, right? And so you might be using, a text message, or maybe you have a shared calendar somewhere, but it's all in one place so that people can coordinate and communicate effectively, and make it as, we know caregiving is tough, so make it as simple and efficient as possible. So I'm here today to talk to you guys about this, because what we're hoping to do is get some real caregiver feedback from this group as to using the app and giving us feedback. Like literally that's it. We want to know, what are the things you need? What are the things that are helpful? What are the things that we should build? So that we're making it easier on the caregivers.
All right, thank you so much. And I have to say, my husband set up a team already, and asking some questions, and we get lots of questions. So what I'm going to do is my plan is to post anonymously, just some of the questions that have come up at Caregiving Cafe, or that we've heard from different situations that family caregivers are in. And what do you have to say about that? Because those are real questions.
Yes, I would love,
in real life, so, and what I will do is I always credit the source. So I would say WayWiser app recommends, or this is their response. So hopefully that will be okay. And then definitely send out the link to join. I'm hopeless with apps myself, but I am not representative of the world nowadays. I'm out of my way through. But so my husband's on the app and I'm on the website.
Yes. So we also like to mention that, because we also do offer our website is waywiser.life. And on there, we have a lot of resources that we've created as well. We have a blog, and we have other resources. So happy to answer those questions. We have an Ask the Experts section. We have specific experts in different areas that can help people with whether it's moving or understanding the next steps, or trying to get your home prepared for bringing in someone to caregive. So those kinds of things. We've been creating resources for about 2 years around everything caring.
Yes. I did notice that Tifa Snow is on board.
Yes, Eva
Well,
Snow is one of our advisors. We also have,
yeah, we
also
talk about
have,
it anytime.
yes, and we also have Dementia Darling. I don't know if you know who her
Yeah, yes.
is.
Yes.
But she's giving a webinar actually for us in July. She just did one in June, but she's doing another one with us with IN2L. So we're trying to work with the big names in the industry that know and have been doing this for a long time. We also have an advisor that's from Austin who has had 20 years experience caregiving, ran senior living. And so she's our go-to for any questions you have. So we have a gamut of information and people to help. And all of this is for free. Right now, we're just really trying to understand what do caregivers want and need that we can help provide through technology.
Okay. Well, since you're right here, right now, does anybody have any suggestions for Tiffany? What do you want? What do you need? Anybody? No?
Do you guys track?
I do you
track medication, or do you track doctor's appointments?
Of course.
Yeah, we do.
Where do you do that? Do you do that on a pen and paper?
No, well, being a pharmacist, I have an advantage, I guess. But medication, use one of those weekly organizers that set up once a week, and I have a written calendar that I keep everything in front of me, appointments, etc., and my phone, of course. But I guess I was going to ask you, what are some examples that others have found useful? What type of service?
So for us with the app, personally, with the experience that we've had with our users, has been around managing doctor's appointments, managing medication lists, managing grocery lists. So a lot of a lot of our users are being in-home cared for. And so whether the spouse is taking care of them, but the children are helping, and maybe they're helping because they don't live in this different city. So those are a lot of the use cases that we have been seeing around creating shared lists. Sometimes they'll put notes from the doctors in the calendar events. And so the next person that takes, their mother to go to the doctor, they know what the doctor said. And so it's all on their phone, right? And it's all in one place, and you don't lose it. And it stays, and it's archived information.
Wow, that's great. How about advanced directives and all that? Is there a section for that?
We don't have, so we are building a document storage. So it would be a secure place for adding these types of documents. That is definitely something we're doing within the next couple of months. So we're very new, and we're still building. We're still building the product, and so so advanced directives, any kind of medical information that you would want to keep safe and secure and available and accessible. You would be able to do that in a secure document storage, which would
be nice about that too, is that if you think about how many people end up, like myself lost everything in the 2015 floods in Wimberley. So I don't have my birth certificate or anything. But how nice to be able to, so for people that suffer fire or floods or anything like that, to have everything stored in one place would be nice, because if you lose everything, you don't lose everything.
Right.
True, exactly. And I just thought of one more thing that would be worth having handy is any allergies, whether it's food or allergies, respiratory or medications.
So that's one thing that we've noticed that people are doing is especially when an event happens and all of a sudden you are now caring for somebody. I am 35 weeks pregnant, and we had to go to the doctor, and they asked my husband, well, who is her doctor? He didn't even know. So like just little things, you know, you think you know because you live with someone, but really, what are you allergic to? What medications do you take? And having that all written down in one place and stored so everyone can know, that is another important factor for us, for sure.
Yeah, and one last thing I just thought of as well is when you have your documents at home, where are they? Like your will, your trust, any of the advantage, the whole thing. Like I've told my kids, this is where they are, okay? Because if something happens, right, and nobody knows where that is, they can't help you, right? So everybody needs to know where that is, you know, everybody that you trust and needs to know that information. They need to know where those documents are.
We've also talked about adding a password keeper, another secure password keeper, so that if something were to happen, you would have some of those important, like those documents or passwords to important accounts that are needed for, you know, financials or doctor or medical or health or anything like that. So again, that's something that we're working on down the road. And I know that there's a challenge because you want to be as secure as possible. But like, oh, sorry, what was your Dura said, you never know when something could happen and you lose everything. So having that backup is so important, as long as it's in a secure and safe place.
Exactly. So, well, that's wonderful. Oh, I was going to say, you did say that you have a local contact that is familiar with the local resources and everything. Okay, that's wonderful, because that's one thing I was going to ask about. You know, being that you're going to be nationwide, you're going to want to have somebody like that in everywhere, in every city or ever, you know, in a lot of places.
Yes, I mean, that's our goal. But for the Austin area and the Austin ecosystem, we have a couple of people, but our major expert knows caregiving inside and out, and the local ecosystem of senior living plus medical. So our goal is to have, you know, we're calling them trusted advisors in different parts of the United States that can help based off of their expertise.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for getting in touch, and I wish you all the best, and I can't wait to see it all come together, you know, and I know you can count on Caregiving Cafe to do whatever we can do to support you, because, you know, there's no such thing as too much caregiver support or information, and technology is the way forward. We can't escape it, even though pen and paper is my favorite device, but, or the pen is my favorite device, but, you know, we all have to kind of go with the flow. Is part of caregiving. So thank you. You know,
and take it, like Pete said, take it one day at a time. It is a challenge. It is very hard, but take it one day at a time and make sure that you're giving yourself the rest and respite you need to be the best that you can be. And so, Lynn, I am excited to chat with you. We're going to chat later today and we can talk a little more about it. If anyone has any information or questions that they want me to answer, I can put my information. Would you like me to put it in the chat?
Yes, please. Okay. Everything that you want us to know, please put it down, your website, and there's an app. I'm asking my husband to do that app kind of thing. I'm just gonna, for me, it's easier to just go to a website.
Yes, and we have both for that reason. Yes. We have both for that reason. And so the web app you can do utilizing your computer, and you can do everything that you do on the app on the web app.
Yeah, I just have an issue with, you know, seeing 3 words at a time on a tiny phone, so can't handle it. So, all right, well, thank you so much for visiting, and if anybody else has anything else to say,
thank you guys.
But yeah, whenever, if you can put your information, contact, whatever, on the chat, we'd be happy to take it. And I will also include information about WayWiser. Thank you in our upcoming email.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. I wish